Okay guys, so today's busted out video, I had to come to my dining room table because this is a lot. I don't think I can get everything in the frame the way I normally do at my desk or work area. I guess it's a bench more than anything. But anyway, this is the Lifestyle Crafts Letterpress set, all of it. And I even have 2 of the starter kits because they were on clearance at Aaron Brothers a long time ago. After I bought it, I have the Epic 6 machine that I picked up separately because you can use these letterpress things in your like Cuttlebug Big Shot type thing. I do not know if you can use it in your mechanic, like your Empress, your Gemini Junior. I'm not really willing to try it. But I'll tell you something that's kind of funny. I was like, oh, maybe this will work in the marquee because you just put the little letterpress plastic. Oh, I'll show it to you in a minute what it looks like. It's like a foil die, but it's plastic. I'll put it in there, and it got to a certain point and it was kind of sticking, so I'm like, so I reversed it and it totally smashed the plastic because the marquee has so much pressure in it, so it works great. You go through, it pops whatever in there. It like ate the die, but I'll show it to you in a minute just so you can have a good laugh because it was just funny. It was like a pancake. So you want to be careful because if it's something that has a lot of pressure like that, you're just going to mess up the thing. So let me open this all up. We'll get started. I don't know that I have any kind of links for these things, but if I do, there would be affiliate links. But again, good luck finding out. Most of the time you're going to find these things on eBay. They still have them like on Dick Blick and stuff like that, and they still want kind of a lot of money for them. But what happened with Letterpress, it was Lifestyle Crafts. Everything says Lifestyle Crafts. We Are Memory Keepers basically bought this machine and everything else, so they were selling it for a while, but I don't know. Sometimes I find the pieces that Tuesday morning. I'll find the letterpress items, like I don't want to call them dies, but we'll see what they're called when I open them up. But there's a ton in here. I have everything. I have the work mat for it, and you're supposed to use these inks. They're not really inks, they're like oil, because you use a brayer and all that for a letterpress system, right? So I have tons of these, and these are basically just oil-based, really thick, kind of like oil pastels, or what do they call them? Acrylic paints, you have oil paint. It's basically that. Yeah, oils, I guess. But anyway, let's bring everything out and let's try it out. Okay, I feel real weird about this one. I just want to show you my coffee. The other day I had mentioned that I was crafting before I had my coffee. And someone said, I'm very brave, and I was just kind of joked with her because caffeine doesn't affect me. And I always say, I'm Puerto Rican. That doesn't do anything. Like, I can drink that and go to sleep, no problem. So it's just kind of the ritual of having coffee and having something warm. You saw that, lots of milk in there. Okay, so I had to put my tripod really high, so hopefully you guys can hear me again. This is a bigger room. It's going to be kind of funky. But I have my Epic 6 here, so we're going to use that in just a minute. Let me close up a little bit. Tons of plates. That's what they're called, plates. So like this one I did pick up at Tuesday morning, not that long ago, but it says that they want 25 bucks for this. Normally I paid $3. So I have the ruffles, the letterpress plain plates. I don't know what this one's, everyday, I guess. No, what's this one called? I don't think it matters, but I have this one. I have the It's a Boy, the baby one. Okay, so that's everyday baby. Really cute, actually, this background that it has. Like, for me, I went all in. I might as well use these things. I don't know. Wedding, which is really pretty. Look at the bamboo. That's so cute. Another everyday one. See, that's why I didn't think it was called everyday. But anyway, with a pretty background. I didn't even realize I had this one. This one's useful because this is a cute design. You can layer up. That's my problem. I don't really know how to layer up with these things. This is the kit it came with. So I have like nesting circle dies in here. I have some of the items. I have the black ink, which maybe I'll just use that without opening another one. It comes with all kinds of things. It has all these little weird tapes, these foams, words. Oh, this is the one that I put in the marquee. So I don't know if you can tell. So up here, this is fine, but I don't know if you can see how flat this is and long compared to the other side. It went whoot, and this is the other one. So yeah, don't put it in a machine that has super pressure that you don't really know how it's doing its work in there. Oh, I still have more. This one's some letters. I don't even know what size these are. I guess this is the actual size it says. There you go. Not bad. And then this really pretty one. Yeah, this will be interesting. And then I have all these colors of ink. I have the pinks, and that's why I'm like, to me, this thing weighs like 10 pounds by itself. Everything else weighs so much money. So much. I was thinking about, if I was to sell it, I'm like, I have to sell it locally. I don't really want people to come by. I don't want to meet with people. I don't know. I mean, if I was to sell this thing, I don't even know what I would ask. So I'm not even gonna, if you're interested in it, let me know. But otherwise, I don't know. Cause like I said, I sold the Gemini Go, the little machine, and it was $30 some odd just in shipping because it doesn't fit in a flat rate large shipping, and this won't either. This is a lot of stuff and it's heavy and it's not gonna fit in there. I already tried. So like these plates are way too big to go in there. So I have everything that goes with this Epic 6, the Genius Ultimate Platform System. So this is one that's all brand new. I haven't even used it. This is the one it came with for your letterpress. This is also the one it came, well actually I think about this separately. This came in the beginner kit for the letterpress. This came with the machine. As you can see, I've never used them to cut. I don't cut on these, but the plates are all nice and new. And use the different platforms for the different systems, depends on what you're cutting. All of the letterpress paper, so these are just all the things that go along with it. And this is cotton paper. You don't have to have this stuff. I would recommend maybe using like a thicker, like a Crafter's Companion paper, stamping paper, something thick like that. So I have them all different sizes. And then the cleaning cloths, and I don't even know, I'm assuming this is still, they feel like they're moist. I think these have alcohol in them because this lady's like, yo, you have to use, yeah, I'm kind of reading it. It has acetate. Tocopherol acetate. Is that acetone stuff? I don't know. Because she's like, no, you can't just use a baby wipe. You have to use one of these special cloths to clean up the ink because it's oily, right? But I think alcohol will do it just fine. I even have the letterpress work mat. Look at that. I got it on clearance. So I was going to open this, but you know what? I'm not going to use that. You do need the brayer though. So that beginner's kit is what you definitely need. And I have another kit right here. The letterpress starter kit. Again, it comes with the plate and it comes with the brayer and the mat, everything that you would need. So those are all the different things that came along with it, or you could buy for it, really is what I'm getting at. We need to prepare a few things. So let me, it's so funny if you watch any old videos, like 2 seconds, and the reason I don't use it as often as I would like is because it's kind of, you do have to prepare more than just this quick kind of thing. Let me back up a little bit. I should have backed up when I was showing you all everything else. So do you guys have this, and how often do you use it? I know a gal had said she uses hers all the time, which is really sweet. That's what, I think if I get into it, I would like it, but you know, I think this is probably the only thing I ever did with it, just to try it once, and I was like, ooh, I don't like that, you know? So, I don't know. Let's try this black ink, since we have black here, since it's already open. I have a feeling this might be separated, we'll see, because it's been so long that I've used something like that. So we need that, we have the brayer. What else do I need? I think maybe I'll get this set up. Let's do this one. It's really cute the way they package the things. It feels really nice and earthy and like cool. And I don't want to rip this open, so let me. So in here you have all your pieces. So basically you're supposed to stick these down with double-sided adhesive. I'm probably going to use my pixie spray because I don't know what else to do. This is interesting. Weird, hold on. This looks like the design, but on this side, it has texture on both sides. Weird. Obviously you need it to be this side, the side that has the more feel to it, because that's going to push into your paper. But the opposite side also has the feel to it. I guess it's just the way they manufactured them. Odd. Okay, so you're supposed to take this, and then you have your paper, and you get everything set up. So let me, I'm already having way too many things in front of me. I thought I had plenty of space here at a table, and I'm already running out of room. Hold on, let me move a lot of this stuff. And that's a big square, huh? Okay, fold cards. Fold cards. I want to see if I have a square one. Right here, letterpress square. So I'm going to stamp this right onto the paper. Yeah, this just feels like watercolor paper, to be honest. And it probably is because it's cotton, and watercolor paper comes in cotton varieties. I just want to see what I'm going to do with this. So these little things, I don't know if they're stuck down forever, but you're supposed to be able to reuse them. But this has probably been on here for maybe a decade. So I'm going to peel that off. Basically, it helps you center this. So like later, if I just wanted to use stamp in the same place over and over and over, you just put your next piece of paper in there, and it would help you kind of line it up and tuck it in there. And that's what those little tabs are for. But I'm just going to pick them off, and I will be right back. I picked all that off. And then this thing is really stuck on here, but again, see that double-sided adhesive is on there. Actually, that might, I don't know how I cut that to be exactly the same size as this. So whenever that happened, you don't have to do that. You can just cut a big square or a piece and then stick it down. So you don't have to worry about that. But I was gonna use my pixie spray, but to be honest, this might hold it for me. Let me see where this is at. And that might be enough stickiness, you know what I'm saying, to hold it down. Yep, so it came with sheets of double-sided adhesive. Again, like I said, I wasn't planning on using that, so I'm not going to. But I'm gonna take this and line it up with this card. And I can see that the card is smaller than this shape, which is kind of a bummer. I wanna see where I wanna put this. How are we gonna imagine this? Let me see. Also a smooth side and a rougher side. I'm gonna look through this and kind of eyeball where I want this to be at. This is not gonna work. You know why this is not gonna work? Because this piece is too big. Let me go get, I'm trying to read what this says. Is this big enough? Yeah, this is gonna have a fold in it too. Let me just go cut down some watercolor paper and we'll just use that. You see, there's a pain in the buns already. So this is, I'm telling you, this is really why I didn't really use it very often. So it's gonna be like here, but I just kind of want to line up where I'm gonna put it. This is a 6x6 piece of paper. That looks good. The only thing is I don't want that to move, but I will have to, oh, you know what? It's right on that line. Something is keeping it here. It's right on the 1-inch line, so I'll remember that when I bring it back. So let's get this other stuff prepared. I'm gonna move this over for a minute. I'm sure it doesn't take that much setup. And whenever, I'm telling you, whenever they do demos, they're like, oh, it took 2 seconds. You know, it's like, okay, sure. Sorry, my table's a little, got stuff all over. Okay, yeah, this one's open. And they say you just need a pea-sized drop, and then that will be enough to make, this one girl says she used it 200 times. I'm like, really? Let's get this out of here. It's not dry, but it's not coming out. Let me poke around here and try it again. Okay, all I did was kind of poke in here and it just started coming out. So there was like a little something. I'm not gonna put too much. And we will see if this even works. Again, I have other ones that I've never opened before that should work. I don't know where to put this stick. Put it over here. All right, brayer is nice and clean. And you really have to work with this and like really completely work it so that it's a thin layer, so you don't have glops of it, you know what I'm saying? Like in some areas, and that's why how you get a nice impression. But again, I'm really trying to get that nice and even. And supposedly you can keep reusing this for like ever. That looks pretty nice. Now let me bring this back over here. Sorry, asked, do you guys have this thing? Let me know. I know I wasn't really planning on trying to use this through any other machine, but you can put these plates in your regular sandwich, like if you have a Cuttlebug or a Sizzix or a Big Shot, something like that, because moving a little bit on me because I didn't glue it down completely. Because the pressure is different in those kind of machines, right? I have not used this thing in a very, very, very long time. This looks funky to me. Sorry, that big old box fell. Y'all can see why I don't use this. You can see why I don't use this. I don't know that I even got an even smattering on there. What I do know about this thing, if you have areas where this touch that you don't want it to, it is going to show up on your card. So just keep that in mind. You can see it looks a little bit rough in some spots. This right here, that's a no-no. I'm gonna wipe it with my hand, but I bet you there's still some residue there. And whatever's on the edge over here. Let me grab a napkin to clean that off. That wipe, but I'm just gonna wipe it at least something. It's the smallest amount, but it will show up on your card. Even the stuff on the edge. I'm not gonna worry about that, I'll just cut it off, but whew, we will see. All right. And then this, I think I had it, like I said, at 1 inch. This is just watercolor paper. It's actually the Crafter's Companion one, the one that the premium paper that I don't really care for. And we're gonna roll it through. Ooh, that one is really thick. You know what? Let's do this again. You hear that? It's because this thing's so big and it just bumps into there. That's not good. I'm gonna break this thing. Okay, it's going. My goodness. I'm gonna keep fighting with this and roll it through and I'll be right back. Oh my God, I am sweating, you guys. That plate is way too big. Probably because it goes right to the edge. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, we got it. But that was really too much. And not the best, but not the worst impression. I don't really like the way this even worked. Anyway, it's a cool impression. It's a cool design. I had to do a lot better, and then I don't know what's going on here. So let's try one more just to redeem this thing. Not a huge plate like that. And I'm gonna clean that up and I'll be right back. Okay, start opening this stuff up and I guess I should wait for you guys. So this is from the wedding set and it does come with a double-sided adhesive and so the other set. Apparently they all do. So maybe it's worth $2.99 to get the double-sided adhesive if you find these at Tuesday morning. I don't know, because there's quite a few sheets in here. So I'm supposed to use this stuff. I have the shapes here. I'm gonna use one of the little A2 size pieces of paper that are in the beginner kit, right? When you buy it, it has a bunch of papers. And so it comes with this nesting circles so that you can do some creative stuff with that. And it's like, okay, it never went anywhere. So this is A2 size. I'm gonna again line it up right at the 1 inch here. And those little weird foam things, you can put them here just to kind of help you keep it where you want. But I'm not gonna cut new ones. I'll just use these old ones that are here. They're kind of like bumpers for you. Okay, so as far as these guys are concerned, let me see what we got. This is ridiculous. And then they're like clear. It's just very odd. This has like little flowers. I like these little flowers better. Do I have another one? Let's see. Maybe like that. Two different ones. You can obviously do two different colors. You can mix your colors. You can do lots of things with these guys. So I think that's what I'll do. And then I'm gonna just take this and just cut. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want a piece of this stuff to help you stick these down. And then it can stay with that shape for a long time, I suppose. So I'm gonna take that piece off. Stick it on here. Again, this is why I trim mine down, but on the videos they're like, oh, just make it a big piece. You don't have to keep it exactly where you want. And what I'm gonna do is lay it here, so when I close this, it'll come back up with it. Does that make sense? I think that's the easiest thing to do. I'll do the same thing for this one and I'll be right back. Okay, sticky on that one, sticky on this one. I'm gonna close this. I want this a little bit more this way. Hold on, let me adjust this a little bit. Of course, I messed with the tape. Be careful with your double-sided tape. And you can arrange the things on the other side if you prefer, you know, over here, and then make sure your paper down there matches up well, but however you want to do it. Now, the reason I was afraid to have all that extra tape is because when you run it through your machine, it might stick, right? But I don't know, I watched their own videos and they're like, it doesn't have to be. So let me touch that and so make it less sticky. This stuff's pretty sticky though. This is pretty darn sticky. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's ink it up again. Fun. Okay, brayer. And supposedly I don't have to add any more of the ink, but I'm gonna put more because I don't think I had enough before. Okay. So I'm going to try to be careful to not get it anywhere else but on this little thing here. That looks pretty good. I can see that it's not completely... So you got to keep your brayer super flat, right? You don't want to do any of this kind of thing, but it's very hard to do on something like this. And again... Trying to make sure it looks nice and even. That's pretty good. And then I need to wipe away this extra. Okay, just trying to clean this up a little bit. Oh, I wish this would be like enjoyable for me. It's not. It's so not. I don't know. I think once you have it and it's always going and you're using it a lot, maybe that's a different story. But oh my gosh. Okay. I can see there's ink on this thing, this tape. It's totally gonna transfer. So you guys watching this and thinking, I gotta get one of those. All right, let's put that down, put this down. Stay away from that ink. Remove this before I have an accident. So the other time, what happened is I had to keep pushing this through with my body and I was just like fighting with it, right? So for this one, I can't believe how hard it still sticks. Okay. That's pretty. Again, you know, do I care about the look of this stuff? Not that much, I suppose, because it doesn't even look like anything to me. Does that look letterpress to you? Like something fancy? I mean, to me, stamping is just as good and way easier. So I don't know. But if you guys have yours, you know, I encourage you to bust it out, try it at least, or, you know, get rid of it. Look at all this stuff. It took up so much space too. And so anyway, I don't know. Bust it out, guys, if you have it, so that way you can make your choice of getting rid of it. So thanks for watching, guys. You know, it's what it is. I don't know. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.